everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I am doing a Christmas decorating on a budget video. As you guys know, I've said a lot in the past couple of videos, I don't know. But basically I am traveling next year. So I don't necessarily want to spend a whole heap of money on this year's Christmas. And just in general, I love Christmas, but I like my money as well, so I don't always like to... Christmas for me isn't about spending money, it's about being generous, but you can be generous in other ways and you can celebrate in other ways. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So I'm just going to talk about the main Christmas decorations that people do and then different ways that you can save money just in general, and also with the different sections as well. I've also got my coffee here because we're going to have a nice little sit down, like a kind of a cozy Christmas video, except I'm in Australia, so it's summer. But then again, we're in Melbourne, so it's kind of all 4 seasons. They will flash, so if that annoys you, just kind of drag your browser so that you can only see from here. Otherwise, if you're like me and love Christmas lights and you don't mind them flashing, then just have a look. The main different Christmas decorations that people do. So first one would be the tree. I think it would be very rare if you celebrate Christmas and you're putting up Christmas decorations, it would be very rare that someone doesn't have a Christmas tree. So Christmas tree would be number 1. Second would be probably lights. People have lights on Christmas trees, but just kind of lights in general. Third one would be like ornaments, things that you put around the house. Fourth one would probably be like arts and crafts. First little category we're going to go into is Christmas trees. Now, if you guys have seen, if you watch my Vlogmas, if you haven't, go check it out, I'll link it here. If you see my Vlogmas, then you would see around my room, and I have a little Christmas tree in my room. And it's just kind of a medium tree, smaller, and it was just when we didn't necessarily put a massive Christmas tree up in the house because we weren't celebrating Christmas at the house that I was staying at or something like that. If we didn't put a massive Christmas tree up, I still wanted a Christmas tree. It's really easy because it's reusable, so that's a really good thing for Christmas trees. Obviously in the future I would love, I don't even think I've ever seen a real Christmas tree, but I've heard that they smell amazing, they look amazing, and they're massive. It's just very exciting. So in the future, of course, I want a real Christmas tree, but I'm guessing it would be a bit more expensive because you have to cut down a tree and then drag it or bring it to your house somehow. And because it's so big, you would have to decorate it. So if you get a smaller tree, you have to buy less decorations to decorate the tree. And also if you're using a reusable tree, you're saving money for all the future years until you either want to change trees for a different color or a different change, you want a bigger tree, you want a real tree, or it gets broken because you have like dogs or just reused, and it just, yeah. The smaller the tree, less decorations you have to buy for it. I don't think there is a rule book on what to put on your Christmas tree. On my Christmas tree in my room, I don't think I've ever bought anything for it except for tinsel. And tinsel you can get for like $2, Australian dollars that is, but you can get really cheap at like dollar stores, Cheap as Chips, Reject Shop. There are Christmas decorations in charity shops like Vinnie's, Salvo's, everything like that. You can probably get cheap stuff like baubles and stuff, but what I put on my Christmas tree, which didn't cost me anything, was just little ornaments that I got given throughout my years, or things that I made when I was a child. So for me, that Christmas tree is kind of a memory Christmas tree, I guess. And if you're trying to save money and you don't want to spend loads of money on baubles or having a specific color coordination or whatever, just have a Christmas tree. Especially if you have kids, get a small one, get all the things that they made and put it on there. It still looks like a Christmas tree. A Christmas tree without any decorations still looks like a Christmas tree. So you don't need to spend loads of money on decorations for a tree. Second decoration thing is lights. I love Christmas lights. It's the most simple thing, and it's literally like one thing. You buy like a string of lights, but it fills up the room so much. Like loads of people put them on their tree. I've never had Christmas lights on the outside of my house, I don't think. That is a goal of mine, but it's very simple. If you look to Christmas lights on houses, you get some that fully deck out. They have all of the big blow up Santas, and they have the light up reindeers, and they've obviously spent money on buying lights, and then obviously it's going to use electricity. I don't think it uses as much as people think, but I guess if you have that amount of lights then it would use a bit. Obviously you can go very eco-friendly with like solar panel ones if you're going outside, but then you've also got the houses that use just like the one string of lights and just pop it around your fence. So that's really cool. But even if you're doing that, you can buy quite cheap lights at like Bunnings or homeware stores, or I'm guessing you can buy them at, I don't know about supermarkets maybe, but like Big W, Kmart, Target, all like big kind of things like that. You could probably buy quite cheap lights, and again, they're reusable, so you only have to buy them for 1 year. If you just put them kind of around your room, in my room I've connected it to the tree and then gone around my room, because obviously my tree is small, but also the lights that I have are quite large. Even just putting it on the outskirts of a room or something, you don't really need any other Christmas decorations. Colourful lights, or just lights in general like that, if you put them up, automatically Christmas themed. Third little decoration are like ornaments. When you're getting given ornaments as presents, which is a really good present idea by the way, if it's not like a hanging ornament, then you can pop it around. Things like candles are really cheap. Obviously you can get very expensive, very Christmassy smelling candles, but you can also get very cheap, very Christmassy smelling candles. Old tinsel that's kind of broken up or something like that. Cut off the bad bit, get the good bit. We've got tinsel up above, like just around something rather there. I've got it around my chair in my room. You can put it on a desk, you can put it around a table. You can get like nativity sets, things like that. You can get just ornaments that, or like little things that are Christmas themed that people give you that you can't hang, pop them around. It's a really easy, simple Christmas decoration. You can pop them in the middle of a table or on a windowsill or anything like that, and it just automatically, you look at it and go, oh, Christmas. The fourth decoration are handmade crafts, especially if you're a kid. To get your kid doing something or excited about Christmas, doing something DIY is going to be really cool. Now, people I think don't like doing DIY because it can look tacky, but there are so many YouTube and Google and Instagram accounts of like Christmas, just DIY things in general, but especially Christmas DIY things that you can do that look really good. Like things like banners that you can hang up saying Merry Christmas, or my sister once gave us all like snowmen that were made out of, what was it, like rice and socks, but they look so cute as a little like ornament thing. But there are so many things that you can make that are really cheap, because you just buy everything in bulk and reuse them and just DIY everything. And also it's a little task that you can do with your kids or with your friends or with your family. Like, it's really cool. They're the kind of the main like decoration things that people would do. I'm going to do a list of the main tips that I have for Christmas decoration budgeting. First one is reuse. We've spoken about that a little bit with like the Christmas tree and Christmas lights and stuff. Reuse things. Why not? If you get things that are reusable, you're saving money for the next year, which means you either don't have to buy much the next year, or you can spend the money you would buy on something else. Which leads me into my second tip, is instead of buying everything in bulk, so if you're moving out or you've got a new house, or you just kind of want to do a fresh little start of your Christmas collection or whatever, rather than buying everything in bulk for 1 year and having such an expensive Christmas because you've decked out on all of this decoration stuff as well, just build up your collection. Build up the lights you get, build up the ornaments you get, build up your little nativity sets if you are into nativity stuff, build up, a lot of people get those light up or like train sets and everything that goes with like villages and Christmas stuff. You can collect different ornament things each year. As your Christmases go on, as you kind of settle into your house, settle into your apartments, build your family and everything, your Christmas decorations will grow as well. Third tip, which is really good, is obviously there are places, well-known shops that sell really good Christmas stuff. However, a lot of those shops, because they are so well known and because they know that people are going to buy stuff in there, they can up their prices, and they can be expensive stuff. They're very nice stuff, but they can be expensive. You can have really good decorations and have a really good Christmas by finding decorations from the reject shop, from the dollar store, from charity shops, getting things secondhand. You can do that while you're building up your collection and it still looks as good. Christmas decorating doesn't have to be the most expensive thing. The best decorated houses aren't necessarily the most expensive. And then my fourth and final tip, which I kind of like to put Christmas stuff personally just because I love Christmas that much, just around everywhere in the house. But if you limit yourself to one room, maybe where the Christmas tree is, maybe where you're gonna spend most of your Christmas day in, limit yourself to one room in your house and just decorate that room. That limits your surface area of what you have to decorate, therefore you don't have to get as many things. The fifth and final thing that I want everyone to remember is, as much as I love Christmas, and I mentioned this earlier, is Christmas isn't about the decorations. Christmas isn't about the big Christmas lunch or Christmas dinner. Christmas isn't about the Christmas tree. Christmas isn't about the presents. They're just perks of Christmas. Christmas means something different for everyone, but I think mainly it's all about connecting with family and connecting with friends and connecting with the people you love. If it's a religious thing like me, then you're connecting with Jesus and Jesus being born and everything like that. But if not, it's more mainly about family and friends. You don't really have to spend loads of money on Christmas decorating. But if you're like me and love Christmas decorations, then you can just do it in a budget way because you don't have to spend loads of money to have really good Christmas decorations. That is basically all of my tips and everything. If you guys have any questions about how I budget around Christmas decoration or around Christmas in general, then let me know down below. Also, if you guys have any other tips that I haven't mentioned, then definitely comment them down below as well, because I'm sure that everyone would love to know your tips and tricks if it means saving money and also celebrating Christmas. But yeah, give this video a like and also subscribe and press the notifications if you want to get if you want to be notified for my future Christmas videos and everything. And also go and check out my vlog, like my second channel, my Vlogmas, if you're just in the Christmassy mood and love Christmas. And try out the Christmas budgeting, because what's the worst that can happen? You save money. Okay, yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, and I will see you guys next week. Alright, bye guys.